to the very first Locpodast live. But here's the thing, alright? Since you're watching this live, I'm gonna clip this and I'm gonna, turn this into like a highlight to upload to my podcast channel. So for my YouTube podcast people, happy 1 year of Lock Podcast. Can't believe it has been, a year of me doing podcasting for? Like, goddamn, like, I changed over the course of like a year. I made so many friends over the course of a year. And like so much stuff has happened throughout like this year and throughout like a year, and plus I have a new phone. I used to have like an iPhone 6. Now I upgraded like so much. I skipped a lot of the last podcast video I uploaded on my Lock podcast was literally 2 months ago. Okay. Season 2. So let me wait. Hold up. So what I'm literally looking at my official my official Lock podcast page. I've been doing podcasting for a year, but I'm on season 3 on my podcast series. I didn't know that today is my is my third season in my 1 year of podcasting. That's totally weird, That's really, really, really weird on on my end, cause yeah, it's just really weird to see that I uploaded a video 2 months ago. Um, Talking about random stuff, I believe. Hold on. What's up, people? I know this is weird, and this is what episode? Episode 3, I believe. Yeah, season 2, episode 3. And I was going to have Underdog on this episode podcast, but she cannot come, but probably in the next episode, which is going to be literally on November 4th. Yeah, about that, I done, So what's up? I want to create this, short, for some reason, because I can't actually upload through the original way. So, until then, enjoy this podcast because we talk about the latest stuff of what happened during the month of September, which I have. Like, bro, oh my gosh. So I haven't done a podcast since October. So it's been October, November, December. So it's like 2 months. 2 months since I haven't done a podcast. Yeah. Um. Sorry about that. Yeah. Sorry about not uploading for like 2 months. It was just because of school, and I have to get ready for the finals. Then I had to stream throughout the whole month, throughout my birthday month, until like the end of the year to get affiliate. So yeah. So thank God I have a podcast. I like thank God I thought of a podcast. Oh yeah, let me do it every fourth day of each month, because the reason why I do this one podcast per month, I could like think of people that I potentially could have on my podcast and to interview on my podcast. So yeah. So yeah. For this episode, this season, season 3 of my podcast, I'll do like a couple of episodes per season, like per like spring, summer, fall, and like those. I will have it like per season. So yeah. So this is season 3. Then season 4 will be happening in the spring. So I'm gonna be when is spring? Let me see. Let me see when is spring. Um, I'm just checking the viewers. See who is here. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. So yeah, if you got any questions, say in the chat, and I will answer them. Does spring start? Sunday, March 20th. So start in like 2 months. Okay. They'll end on Tuesday, June 21st. That means that'll be summer. And then, yeah, we're good. So, yeah, I had to do that. And then just, you know, grind towards affiliate at the end of the year, which I didn't get. But hopefully, with my podcast, um, it could help. Because if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm a Twitch streamer, as you can see throughout, the whole frame. You got, some Twitch, you know, stuff around here. Yeah, so if you can, please do hit the, if you're on, because I'll be, uploading this onto YouTube, after the stream, hopefully. I have to remember that tomorrow is the 1 year anniversary of my podcast that I created. And then, yeah. So, and yes, I created this podcast way back beginning of 2021. I ain't lying. I uploaded this January 5th of 2021, which is literally like almost a full on year. But the channel I created was literally January 3rd, which is literally today. Today is the 1 year anniversary of this live podcast channel, because if it wasn't for my freaking smart brain, I would haven't done like each fourth day of the month to do podcast. It's like so like cool to have like another way of promoting my Twitch. No, I got a lot of other ways to promote my Twitch. Um, yeah, so I don't know why I have this massive of fan base. Cause on Instagram I have like over 1,000 followers, and I don't know how I managed to have over 1,000 followers on Instagram. Cause like my overall wish and my overall goal, like for my retirement, is to like be like like on a good, wealthy, healthy um stance in my life where I can call it a retirement, and then like if I want to do if I want to Twitch stream, I can Twitch stream anytime I want, any day I want, and then upload video same thing anytime, any day, as I want, as I please. Cause yeah, so that's why like I want to be um like as like wealthy, again, wealthy and healthy as I can. So yeah. And yeah, so yeah. Like, why did I make this channel? That's a question that all people need to know. The reasoning why is because I want to like interview like people, because I love watching podcasts. My most favorite podcast. Yeah, I may think, oh, it's the Joe Rogan podcast, right? Or other huge celebrities podcast, right? No, it's the Impulsive Podcast. I know. I gotta go with them because like they bring on like cool people. Well, used to bring on cool people, but not just like, oh, Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Jake Paul. But yeah, so for this year for the podcast, I want to interview like Cinnabris, Squala, Amity Avon, like those Twitch streamers, cause since me and Squala are like friends through Twitch, through Instagram, like like we're friends. Like if I were to ever meet him like in person, I would say, yeah, what's up, Squala? Like let's collab on something like music, or like let me interview you, or you can interview me. Cause my goal for this year is to get someone to interview me. Cause I'm always interviewing other people instead people interviewing me. Cause that's the whole reasoning why like I want to like you know do that. Like do this because I could interview other people, but people on their channel can interview me. Cause I got a whole lot of tea to spill on the podcast. Cause bro, like I seriously, like I just don't want to spill it on my own podcast because that will ruin the reputation of the Locpodast um reputation. So like that's why like I said, hey, F it, let me just wait for someone to say, hey, do you want to be on my podcast? And I'll like happily obliged to be on your podcast, like 100%. If you create like a podcast, hit me up on the live podcast Instagram DMs or Twitter DMs. I will happily like eh, y'all interview me, cause like I get so much teeth spilled that I just don't want to do it on this channel. So yeah, what is the overall goal of the Lot podcast? I think it's the whole overall goal for this is to interview like major musical artists, like if I want to like a little bit geared towards mature audience, I could do that because some of my audience are kind of like in their like 16, 17ish, and I could, interview, what is it, Riley Reed, Mia Malkova, um, oh, who other, Alinity, those people, yeah, and then they can, have me, like, cause if I want to, I could, talk about that on my podcast, but not on Twitch, but as a recorded video. So yeah, that's like a goal of mine with the podcast, to interview everyone that I can feasibly could reach out to. So yeah. Other else? Let's see here. What is my favorite? What is it? What was my favorite? What was my favorite? Episode to record over the course of 1 year. I think for me, it got to be the Identity 007, because like that was the last uh person that I could speak to since their departure from uh social media. Because I probably could reach out to Identity and see how she's doing in her life, but I just don't want to do that. But since her friend, what is it, Ashley Cyanide, is coming back, to Twitch, sometime this week, I could ask her if she can, she could reach out to, you know, Danny, see how she's doing. Cause yeah. So I think that almost wraps it up for the podcast. We're slowly getting close to the 20-minute mark, and then we're gonna slowly transition to my regular scheduled programming, which is just React, like do a React Andy. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the like button below, subscribe if you're new, and follow my Twitch, cause I'm gonna be for now till January 6th, which is soon. I'm going to be streaming, and then after that I'm gonna be streaming every weekend. So yes, every weekend I'm gonna be doing streaming. Cause I need to focus more on my school rather than Twitch, and that's why I might. I just don't want to, but I have to say it here on my podcast. I think I'm going to be stopping doing YouTube until I get like a good camera, and then that's what I'm going to be doing. Vlogging and stuff, and I think vlogging my experience, my experience in the second semester, because like I want to do of some vlogs this year, because barely I did anything like YouTube related on YouTube, so that's why I might try this month to get a new camera, because the camera that I have, yeah, it's broken. Because if you are gonna see, like, look, there's a, like on the screen. Hold up. Like it's hold up. Yeah, it's dead. So yeah, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit like button below, subscribe if you're new.